Hi guys. Why is my Instagram not working? Let's check this out. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we are live. Hey guys. This is me when I'm working from home in sweats. Kindness is cool. I wanted to do a quick overview real fast of getting you information about what medications actually cost. And this is not me saying you should be taking medications and you should be, no, if you need a prescription medication, don't you want to know what it costs? It is amazing to me that we have normalized in the last 50 years, somewhere in there, which is, a decent amount of time. We've normalized the health insurance cartel strategy in hiding costs from us and falsely inflating prices on your explanation of benefits. So you're living in fear about what things cost. How are you supposed to make any decisions, financial decisions, if you don't know what things cost? Like if you don't know what your groceries on average are going to be running you, how do you do any financial planning for your life? If you don't know what private school education, if you're a private school person, is going to cost you, how do you financially plan your life? What your mortgage is going to cost you, how do you plan your life? So this is just like a little bit of peek into that window. And I just want to go over some of the normal medications and what things actually cost. This is only one website. So Mark Cuban came out with this, his cost plus drugs, and that's what I'm going to go through today. But there's another website called goodrx.com that you can use as an individual to see what things cost if you want to pay cash for them. And yes, you are entitled to pay cash for whatever medication you want to pay cash for. You just simply need to call the pharmacy if they already have your prescription card or your insurance on file and say, I want to pay cash for this. Now, the times when this might be difficult is if you're on a controlled substance. Number one, pharmacies don't really like it when people pay cash for controlled substances because of the abuse situation. And none of these services actually offer controlled substances for self-pay anyhow. So the, GoodRx or cost plus drugs. So anyway, let's jump into it. Let's see. So I'm going to add this to the stage. Okay. This is cost plus drugs. Very simple. Let me actually move this over here so I can, okay. Costplusdrugs.com, really cool website. You can get prices also on Amazon as well. But let's just I don't know, what are common medications that people are on? Let's go to a blood pressure that's pretty common. So lisinopril, and you can see there's an option for the lisinopril HCTZ or just the plain lisinopril. Click on it. I think a very common dosing for lisinopril over here on the right side is 40 milligrams. And as you can see, a 30 count, meaning 30 tablets of 40 milligram lisinoprils cost $5.66. Now, if you want to increase that to a 90-day supply, it's $6.97. Let's go to another medication. If you are on, if you're on Instagram and you have any questions about medications, I think I need to go pick my son up. I made him walk down to his haircut. I gotta go pick him up soon. But if you're on Instagram and you want to throw the name of a medication that you want to know the cost of into the chat, feel free to do that. And I'll see if I can keep up with you here. But let's go test out another medication. So another common medication is, let's say, rosuvastatin. I always forget how to spell this one. Let's just say Crestor. Sorry, that's the generic or the non-generic name. So rosuvastatin. This is a common statin medication that people are on. Oftentimes, let's go with the 20 milligram dosing and the 90 count. It's a whopping $7.85. And yes, if you go through your insurance, you may very well pay this price here. This could be like the price that the insurance puts on the books. And then I don't know if you have a copay or whatever, but yeah, very common. Other common medications that people are on. Prozac, right? A lot of people are on Prozac. Let's look that one up. Here we go. Fluoxetine. Remember, all medications have two names. It's not to confuse you, I don't think, but anyway. It took me a little while to memorize all these medications. 40 milligrams of the Prozac, if you want a 90 count, is $7.31. There is usually a little bit of a shipping charge on here, but it's really cool because they actually tell you how they break this down. So their manufacturing cost is $2. Mark Cuban's all about transparency. And by the way, he's a supporter of DPC as well, which is pretty cool. And There's a 15% markup. He's very transparent about that. There's pharmacy labor costs and standard shipping. Here we go. $5.25 is standard shipping. So that answers that question. What other medications? Okay, let's go into like acute medications. Let's say you got sick and you need a Z-Pak, which is also called azithromycin. Let's see. Generic for Zithromax. Okay, so you can just put in here a pack of 6 tablets. That's what a Z-Pak is. It's just 6 tablets. And if you want one of the packs of 6 tablets, which is a Z-Pak, it's $5.84, and you might have $5.25 shipping. So for these medications, like for anything that you need more acutely that's not a regular medication that you take, I would definitely suggest you consider going to this other website. Not that Mark Cuban's not great, but this is a mail order pharmacy. And by the way, if you want your medication sent here, your doctor needs to simply just send a script electronically to Cost Plus Pharmacy. It's very simple. I do it frequently. If you need a more acute medication, meaning like an antibiotic or something, I would suggest just simply going to goodrx.com. Boom, put that in. And then you can go to, let's check what a azithromycin here costs. So, okay, so these are all of the local pharmacies around me. But in general, if you got a Z-Pak, which is 6 tablets, if you use this coupon, of course, let's just say these are the standard coupons they get you because you can become a GoodRx member and then you can get cheaper. I don't know. It's not that much cheaper. It's like $6. But here you go. So medication around $13 here. Walgreens might be like $15.44. Giant Pharmacy seems to be the highest, along with CVS, like $15 to $17. So it really is very, very affordable. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, so for kids, like maybe you need amoxicillin, right? Let's go into amoxicillin here. And you can edit the medication by clicking this little button right here, this little pencil. And you can actually change, like, is it capsule, or is it, like, for kids, it's a bottle of oral suspension. And you can just put in what you have on the prescription. You can ask your doctor about this. And this is 100 milliliters. This is like a very common prescription. And voila, there you go. It looks like prices are anywhere from like $14 to $20-ish. There's usually one of these pharmacies are around you. And yes, it is helpful if you get this coupon, just click the get the free coupon. Where is this going to take me now because I'm not signed in? There you go. So it pulls up this coupon here, and you are likely going to have to call your pharmacy or just print this out and bring it to your pharmacy, or you can even text it to yourself, and they're going to want these numbers here. Some pharmacists are really cool and nice, and if you just call them and tell them that you're self-pay, they'll just look this up on their own. Others are really busy. They don't have the time to do it, apparently. So I don't know what to tell you about that one. Anyhow, I have to go pick up my son. So I hope that this was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can message us, go to our website, leave us a comment anywhere on any of our social media pages. I think we're all over social media, all different, Facebook, Instagram, at Dr. Dana Love Health. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. I am planning on doing this again with radiology costs, so for imaging costs. But just to give you a little teaser, like a general X-ray costs $50 cash pay. An MRI, I mean, I have all these prices locally because I formed all these networks, but an MRI is like $499. And of course, my dog starts barking. Anyhow, I can go over cash pay prices if you're interested, but feel free to get in touch with us however you see fit. And I hope this was helpful. In peace and health. Leo, he's small. He just barks a lot.